So what's going on, Gas Gang? Yes, we are back with a long overdue video on the box Sleeper Chronicles. Yes, the Blue Devil is officially a sleeper. And today, we are going to be going for our first start. Stay tuned for this one. It's going to be sick. Let's get it. Welcome to Officially Gas. Let's get it. For the best in universal premium ester-containing engine oils and fuel additives for both petrol and diesel engines, check the links in the description. So yes, guys, as the intro said, we are back down at VARATECNIK. It's been a while, actually. And in fact, we're sorry to leave you guys hanging. It wasn't our fault, I promise. And behind me, or in front of me, should I say, we got one of the main men down here. We have Prats. Welcome back to the channel, bro. We've got the Blue Devil in front of us. Yep. And it is a very prosperous day today.
I mean, the car looks exactly the same, which is great.
It does.
So we decided to use the double plate clutch that I'm running in the Mark 1. But one of the main problems we have, and we've probably got it with about 4 or 5 of our builds at the moment, there is literally a national shortage on the billet that they use to make the flywheels. So we did have about a 2 or 3 week delay. Usually something like this, if we had all the bits now that we know we needed in addition to the kit, we'd probably get a job like this in and out the door in about 5 days. I'd say it's about 5 solid days of work.
5 days?
Yeah.
Why I'm laughing is because there's a lot of work that's went into this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Guys, this is sleeper vibes right now. And as I say, this is beautiful because this is exactly how I want it. But under the bonnet, it tells a different story.
All right, you ready for it?
Give it to them. My people, we are fully fast and furious vibes under here.
We first start off with that £18 air filter. This is literally the cheapest air filter in blue that I could find. The kit actually never had an air filter. You probably saw in the last video, we had tons of these pipe works. There were a few reducers and stuff we needed to get, but you start from here, runs down, air filter side straight to the little turbo, which is parked around the back there.
And that's another story to talk about soon. But
yeah, that then obviously turns around the snail and it comes out the back. You can see it's pretty tight against the firewall there, but with a bit of movement, you can get the pipes in.
Sure.
That's then run around the inlet side. Then if you were doing this at home, you would run into an obstacle here. So you used to have a washer bottle here that used to stick out and it used to go down into the hole, into the lower arch. We just tend, on a lot of turbo jobs, we replaced them with a bag.
Colostomy bag, yeah.
That's your washer bottle now. It then runs under the bumper. We are fully boosted. This is actually an R32 turbo now. So obviously with the pipework they give you, it's all one length, it's pretty universal stuff. You will need a bead roller. It's like a jigsaw, right? You're just putting it together. Make sure you double check that you've got clearance for full lock. This is the intercooler supplied, not the biggest thing in the world. I've just simply knocked together some simple metal brackets that I've rib nutted to the cross member, so I know this thing's solid. There was already a hole here, which was just empty anyway.
Meant to be boosted, bro.
There you go. That runs up here, straight into the special the sequential Wuhan whistle.
Hang on, let's put some respect on this name. Sequential, bro. Sequential. This is early 2000 Rip Speed Halford vibes going on under here. Even gave it a little lick of paint.
Yeah, we thought we'd give it a little, we had everything apart, we were waiting for the clutch. So we gave everything a little bit of a lick of paint to keep it nice and neat. I'm quite excited to see what this sounds like, to be fair. Now, the only thing we had to do that didn't come in the kit is, obviously the throttle body on this is much larger than all the pipework. So this is a big step up. You can't step up a couple of inches. So what we've done is I've stepped up once from here. So that was just a joiner I bought online. I've then gone to a 70mm, which then spins the corner, and then I've stepped up again to an 83. A throttle body on an R32 is 83mm. Yep. Whereas most of this pipe work is 63mm. So it's quite a big jump up. Baz has got all the wiring done. We've located the ECU up here.
The transformation on this has been absolutely crazy. We bought this as a box donor, literally for my Cupra, which we all need to light a candle for because one day that build might actually be complete too. This is pretty much as budget as it gets, give or take a few other parts. But it is not straightforward, and that is another talking point. We have had to spend a little bit more money on some other things and also change a few other things. Certain things didn't work that come in the kit. Sandra, welcome back to the channel, brother.
Yep, hello.
Shall we put it in the air and then speak through a little bit more?
Yes, that'd be great. Right, I'm trying to think where to start now for a minute. Headspacer. So last time, I showed you the headspacer that was given to us.
Okay, and it's not in the car.
No, admittedly, I didn't measure it at the time. We just opened everything up and had a look. This is a 5mm thick head spacer, which is actually quite thick. It works out, this can almost take the compression down to 7:1, which is a bit too low for a very small turbo. So what we had to do was get another head spacer, which is about 2.5mm thick. It also made the timing chain too tight, so I wasn't having that.
Sure.
Took it back apart, then put a thinner head spacer on it. While I was doing that, I also looked at the turbo side, and I noticed, casting on the turbo hot side, the hole was so small, but the wastegate door was a lot bigger. So I sent it to a machine shop and then machined it out for us to make it the right size.
Nice,
Because
okay.
that wouldn't have allowed any boost to flow through properly and given us boost, creep and other issues. The next stage our company was the exhaust. It looked all right when we test fitted it off the car. If we come over here, so the downpipe they gave that went to the turbo was too long.
Okay.
So when we bolted it, it was hitting the steering knuckle. So we can't have that. So we shortened that, welded that back up, put it on. Now when the downpipe went on, this section here had quite a steep bend.
Okay.
When we put it on, this ended up over here.
Oh, side exit and that, yeah?
So I was thinking, hold on a second, has Jamie ordered a side exit here or something? Admittedly, it is universal, it does say on there. So we've had to cut, modify, add an extra length of pipe in here.
Yep.
We've kept that original flexi joint. So theoretically, the only original part of this whole exhaust system is actually this section here, which reduces it back to the stock size.
And flows on to our ultra sleeper stock kind of vibey
Quiet.
exhaust.
My only concern I do have a little bit is the turbo is actually very small.
Because we said to the people at home, we're going to double the power of this car. We need to see like 450, 460 brake horsepower. Are you saying that this turbo might not actually get us that power?
I'll be extremely surprised if you get that sort of power out of that turbo.
Injectors?
Yes, so that was the other problem. So the injectors, when I was looking at the box they've given us, they're not even 600cc
They're
injectors.
440s or
They're 440s or something. Thanks to a mate at Gravitune, he supplied us a set of 1000cc injectors.
Big boys.
Proper Bosch ones. Once that was all done, we've bolted all that up. We give it a little paint and a clean for you. The oil return, they give us the pipe, which I managed to use a rubber hose. I'm trying to use everything they've given in the kit. But what we had to do was get a bung welder bung inside the sump, put an AN fit in there, to make sure it clears everything, because the way they've done, the way that we were given it, it wasn't going to clear the dry shafts or anything.
Yeah, I'd say essentially these are the parts where people at home would struggle to do on a driveway unless you've got a welder and you can weld the bits.
Yes. Even the oil feed pipe for the turbo.
Yeah.
I went to lay it on, and I know it's universal, but it was not even long enough for the engine. Theoretically at home, someone could probably bolt some of the stuff on, but they do need to weld and cut and fabricate a little bit.
So yes, guys, there's been corrections, and corrections take time, and time is money. So this budget builds, costs are going up. On top of spending money we didn't think we'd have to at the beginning to get this car to double its original power. And of course, we'll talk through all costs involved in this build, including labor, when the build is complete. But for now, yes, we spent more money on the head spacer, which was around £200 extra, and then also the injectors were not cheap. They came in at about £500 to £600. So the money is creeping up, but essentially it was a universal turbo kit to an extent. And I guess with what we're doing, clutch and injector wise, it's future-proofing us for when we properly send. Now, essentially it has a base map on that ECU, which means we should be able to start this car.
With Emerald, if you specify specifically what you want it for, they will try and get you the closest base map for it. Okay. Now, this ECU, I haven't plugged a laptop or nothing on it yet, and I did tell him it's for an R32 turbo. So in hindsight, we should be able to let this car down, crank it, and if the base map's good enough, it should start the car straight away.
And this is legit. We haven't started this car, guys. We're about to find out, because literally when I got here earlier, these boys are still bolting up the last turbo pipe. So this is legit, like,
first start, yeah.
Should we try it?
Yeah, can do.
All right, first start coming up. Let's get her down. Right. All right, she's down on the floor, and guys, this is legit. Our first start. Give it to us. Hey! She is alive. She's very quiet. Ticks over like a dream.
Yeah, I did say to you the turbo's very small.
She's alive. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna let her warm up a little bit, and then we can get. Can you tickle the throttle? Tickle the throttle. Does the throttle work?
Not yet.
We haven't got a throttle.
No, not yet. Oh, I think we have to calibrate it.
But she starts.
Yep.
All right, shall we turn her off? Calibrate her.
Yep.
All right, cool.
And then they should warm her
up. All right, cool. All right, the suspense. She starts. That's the main thing. All right, Sanj, so we are all bolted back up, ready to go.
Yes, we
Throttle is calibrated now.
Yep.
We've got Prax in the driver's seat, and what you're gonna do for us, bro, is start her up. Let her take over for a little bit. You know what I mean? You wanna take
warm
it
her
easy
up a bit, yeah.
And then rev the out of it. Start her up. Jeez.
It's really quiet.
It is quiet.
It sounds stock.
Yeah.
There's no turbo.
It sounds
on it.
healthy. It sounds healthy. Nothing's fallen off yet. There's no hole in the side of the block just yet.
I don't have enough air for that yet.
All right, give her a tickle. Give her our first official tickle. Whoa! Whoa, hang on.
That's your Wuhan special.
Hey! Again! More! Again, give us some more, bro! Oh, no! It blew off!
All right, beast part blew off.
Too much, too much, too much.
All right, turn
turn around.
Hold on, let me get another Jubilee clip.
So we've got the clamp back on, but what the boys thought they'd do is get on the phone to who's going to be mapping this. And we're just going to put a little bit of a map on this, just so we can give it a little proper rev. As you see, it's a little bit smoky. Are you mad? Listen, we're gonna get some launch control licking off or something like that. All right, bro. So we've been on the phone to John Ramsey, right?
Yep.
And he's gave us a little bit of sauce. So what's the score?
So at the moment, he lightly set up launch control.
Go on, and you do the revving. We get some from the front, and then we go around the back and we get some from the back. Who wants smoke? That's it. Oh, it's on! It's on! This is the base map! It's angry!
No one's ever coming for a full build again.
Budget builds from now on for VARATECNIK. I've ruined you guys.
It sounds good.
That is insane, bro. Aye.
Mate, if this is faster than my car, I'm gonna be screwed. I'm gonna be screwed.
It's the sequential dump valve, bro. All right, guys, so with everything you've seen today, it has been absolutely epic, but we're not finished there. In fact, we put it back to sleeper spec because we're gonna give it some revs at the end just to kind of give the full kind of idea of how it's gonna be looking and sounding in its kind of fully built form. But before we do, we're actually, we're getting this through MOT. There's a lot more that is being done or will be done to get this on the road. Do you want to talk us through what's...
Yeah, so obviously having the car sat around for so long, you're basically recommissioning it, right? So it had broken spring, they've been done. Top mounts were absolutely knackered, obviously, because of the broken spring. We fitted the pads and discs that you sent us.
A massive shout out to PROBITE. They sent us out some cool drilled, and I was going to say drilled and grooved, but it's actually dimpled and grooved brakes, along with some spicy brake pads. So a massive shout out to them. We've got these front and rear, so we're good to go. And obviously, with all this extra power we're about to be running through this car, hopefully we'll be stopping now properly. So once again, a massive shout out to them. They are a British company, which is a big thing, is a good thing. And also, I believe they're a partner of British Rally. So these guys are big in the game. Check them out. I'll leave links down below in the description. And talking about links, we've done drop links too, right?
Yeah, the drop links were knackered. The car would have been all over the joint. Tyres, which you supplied. I know when you dropped off the car, someone had pinched the headlights or something.
Someone took the headlight bulbs.
Gonna do headlight bulbs, and then we'll go through everything. We'll go through the wipers, the washers, the indicators, everything. And then, yeah, we'll see if we can get a clean, legit ticket on there.
A clean, legit ticket. The next video you'll see is actually on the dyno. So we're gonna get this bad boy mapped up, talk through why we went standalone, and I think actually gives a little hint with what we've just done there with the launch control, why we went standalone. But anyway, we'll get more into that on the next video, see how much power this actually makes. And then of course, after that, it is first drive. So once again, bro, thank you guys so much for everything that has went on behind the scenes that everyone else has missed, and all the hard work to get to where we are now. I know it's only fun for you guys. You guys do serious builds. Yeah. This is like the silliest build you've done. And it's just fun to see what can be done. Now, I think it's only right to end this the right way. Should we start this bad boy up, put her on launch control, and just give it to them?
Yes,
let's do it. Oh, look at the revs.
Revs are fast.
Guys, just envision what we're doing right now. Hit it. Hit it, bro. And there you have it, guys. We are officially boosted. We are officially a box sleeper. But I think we should do one more. And with that said, We'll catch you on the next one.